I tell Spider this year, yo, Spider, see how that best where you ain't? That was a fun song. I want something that from the time I hearing it, it got me feel like moving and dancing and just happy, like happy music. This is the one here now with me and Spider here tune.
Say yo yo, it's Coopa down on the mic, everything get right. We gon' jam up tonight, but first, take 2 steps to the left.
You're cooking again.
Like cooking, like barbecuing, like grilling. And let me talk about cooking. Coopa Dan is also a chef.
Okay.
Yes, and they have a business. It's called the Fried Pickle. We blend well-seasoned meats and good old Bajan pickle. What you can do? I can send you this next song that coming out shortly. I can allow you to put a little piece of this here on the end of this interview somewhere down in there and let the people hear what's going on. Right?
Oh man.
Yeah.
Good evening, Coopa Dan.
Say yo, good evening, man. It's good to be here. Be up close and personal with Jeremy and get his today. Same person as Coopa Dan. Yeah, man.
Not really artist name, boy. The whole government name.
If you up close and personal, you gotta get personal. You understand? You already up close, so it's me to get personal now with the people.
Man, so we're gonna do the intro. You ready to do it?
Yeah.
So yeah, tell me about some of your biggest songs. I know Question of the Year
Question of the year.
is one of my favorite songs.
Right. I mean that song is the song that paved the way for Coopa Dan, the artist Coopa Dan, you know, today. You know, I've been singing before that, but that was in 2013, so that was like 12 years now. That song was out. And to this day, that song is still in my set list. Most times I perform, 95% of the times I perform, that song has to be in my set list. You know, people keep calling for that. I'm sure if you look in the history of bumper songs all over the world, it's somewhere up in there, ranked somewhere. But yeah, man, biggest of blood on that for sure. Question of the year. It was some good times back then.
Yeah, you got an even bigger tune now.
I think the response, the impact, and the whole touching every walks of life aspect of reflection. I would say reflection come and give question of the year, 2 uppercuts and a jump kick and a body slam and take that out to first place.
So speaking of these songs, is there anything that you want to tease?
Man, I can do it for you. Right? Because I let you wait. So I can play a 2 for you, right? So this first one here now. This one here. I tell you biggest of DJ Spider. This is the one here now with me and Spider here tune.
Say yo yo, it's Coopa down on the mic, everything get right. We gon' jam up tonight, but first, take 2 steps to the left, and then 2 steps to the right. Now 2 steps to the left, I tell you 2 steps to the right. I wish she back up on the man. Oh Allah.
Again, what you can do? I can send you this next song that coming out shortly. I can allow you to put a little piece of this here on the end of this interview somewhere down in there and let the people hear what's going on. Right?
Oh man.
Yeah.
Now I want to talk about your songwriting, right? So your reflection is one of the most important soca songs in the last couple of years for me, right? Because it's like an introspective. It's an introspective song. It's well written. It's mature. You don't normally get this point of view from the men in soca. So what inspired you to write this song?
The inspiration came from a few years before. If you look back to like 2020, when in that year I won the People's Monarch with a song called Deserve It, and that was during COVID times, right? And it was just I just had a lot of reflection and looking back at your life and looking at yourself and seeing like, because you ain't had nowhere to go, you ain't had anything to do, and everybody was coping with something, so it was just a chance for me to really like look at my life and also look at my music career, and I decided like, you know what, let me start putting how I feeling in certain things, and not how only I feeling when you're having conversations with other people, how the public, you assume the public will be feeling about certain things, and I start putting it in my song. So from 2020, it was Reflection, then I had Rain, which is a song I put up with the rain, put up with the bad times, the good times and come again, and then Reflection came along that train because I realized there was something in the power of the message, and I started calling it message music. But it's not my create message music. Message music been around for years, but it's just something that I realized is a space for it in the soca right now. And Reflection just came from that. It was born from that. Reflection is again looking at yourself and telling yourself, man, like, don't be too hard on yourself. Yeah, I know who I am. You know who you are. Like, ain't no shame in falling. Don't we get back up once God got me, etc., etc. So that was what Reflection was about. I had no idea at the time it would have been so big, but it was.
I see you perform at every kind of venue. You see you perform at venues that nobody will perform soca.
Church,
Yeah.
school, like official government meetings and stuff. I perform. So that's why he said it took over as my number one song, because the places it took me and the spaces it took me in was different to any other thing I've experienced before. And I've had from young children, 3 and 4 years old, singing it word for word, to older people, 90-something years old, singing it word for word, to the average guy on the streets, to the average, like everybody, every walk of life. It had some meaning to them, and I just grateful for that, man.
That's incredible. Did you work on that with Red Plastic Bike?
Reflection?
Yeah.
Yeah, first off, biggest to Red Plastic Bike, that's family. And that's my cousin, actually, my real cousin. As we getting personal, telling you personal things, right?
Oh, wow.
So biggest to Stetson, personal again. I had the verse, I had the intro, I had everything about the song. And I had a chorus as well, but I wasn't really feeling like my choruses, they want to carry me there. And then when I went by Red Boy Studio to let them hear what I had, they also agreed that the chorus could do some work. So I showed Bag and we worked on the chorus together, and the rest was history. So I definitely will still give Bag his props for the helping of the song, but it was my idea, my song, etc.
How was it working with such a legend? I mean, Bag is a big one in the game.
It's been great. I mean, like, I feel like I've been learning from him for so long, because I grew up in the Calypso tank as well. My mom, so I grew up in tanks like Bacchanal time, and then I was in Celebration time. I was also in the Big Show tank. So I've been seeing Bag, and not only Bag, but all the other legends and in the industry. Edwin, Rick, all of them, Allison. I grew up with them, so it was like the little nephew. So that's Auntie Allison, well, Bag is cousin, auntie, uncle, this body, whatever. So watching them for a long time, I always been learning. But then to actually get to work with him and to see how he put certain things together, how he simplifies, that you will realize Bag is a master at simplifying hooks and choruses. So that's really simpleness in the I know who I am. Like that kind of vibe is what I was like, yo, I learned that from him for sure.
There have been artists that have been renowned for their songs, right? Like Vybz Kartel.
Right. But
only now in his 50s, he's realizing the impact of his words and making music that would have a better impact on the younger generation.
Right.
Intentionally.
Okay.
But you're doing this from early, Coopa.
I mean, and I ain't first thing first, even mentioning me in Vybz Kartel in the same conversation, that's world boss. That's, you know what I mean? Like, so I want the boy watching this don't think that the man trying to say like Vybz Kartel never, you can't, like Vybz Kartel one of a kind. But in saying they started from early, I guess it's just how my path went. As I said, I went through some things in COVID, and it made me like check myself and reflect, and it went that way. And I find that, you know what, for a while I was searching for my identity in soca. Like, you know, you need an identity. I know I always had like creative songs, lyrical content, girls tunes and whatever, but I didn't really have like a, you know, certain artists, you expect certain things from them. They have their own niche, and to me, I was struggling with finding my identity, and I think I just found my identity and I running with it, and it's just what I'm doing now. Yeah.
Well, I wonder how this ties into your life, because you mentioned before that you're a teacher.
Yeah, I mean, if you've been following my career for a while, it's no secret that I'm a school teacher. I've been teaching for 17 years now, believe it or not. I know I only know like 17, but yeah, I've been teaching for 17 years now.
Your routine working, whatever it is.
Whatever it is, it working. It got to be the children is keep you young. You know, the children is keep you young. I have been, as I said, I've been teaching for 17 years, so from the time I'm 36 now. So like 18, getting 19, I was teaching.
Straight from school back to school.
Telling me, right? And it's been interesting. You know, the thing about teaching though is that being a teacher and an artist is be a thin line, some things that you can't cross. Because, you know, you still want to be responsible enough, but you still don't want content that the people ain't gonna like when you're singing. So you still have to sing something proper.
Yeah, that's a hard line to walk.
It's very hard, right? Especially
I
me,
know
like,
do that.
I had bashment songs and things, so it's like, how we can thrive in bashment without going too far left, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
But like, I still was able to find a way of doing it in certain, like, you see him Question of the Year songs that get short. I still have some bashment songs in my catalog that I was
Get
able to
Short,
walk
yeah.
the line, right? But it's been a little harder, so it kind of working out for me now that I find this new path. And I knew what I would say is my purpose in soca with the rope that I going. But the good thing about teaching, you get to touch so many lives. You get to touch so many lives, and I be out in the events now and they seeing some of the students that I taught, and it's always that like respect, like sir, again, sir, this and that. Like I be proud to see how they're developing and all. Like I saw potential from many of them from early, and it's so like good to see them thriving and doing well out there. So big ups to all of my students, past, present, and the future. Mr. Gittins, to you all the time here, Mr. Gittins.
Yeah, so you tell me that you want to push some good vibes this year, right?
Mm.
In terms of your approach to music, how do you actually create music? You write it first, you hear the beat first, it's been a vibe first.
All different ways. Like I don't limit it. I don't like I can share one of my biggest ways that I get inspiration from. DJs. Right? When I out at an event, even if I just home, I listening to a DJ. How a DJ just introduce a song, you know, a DJ just do what it's called is build the argument before you play a song, so that when you play the song, it impacts you more. So sometimes I listen to what the DJ say before he introduced a song, and I will hear certain things that they were usually yo. That actually makes sense because the DJ said it to get a response from the crowd, and once the response comes back, it's like okay, that's how these people feel. That's how them people feel. I know how it made me feel, so I can take that feeling. And I say, all right, that's a topic. There's a topic. That's a topic. So that's how I get my message, music topics from. Because a message is just like, whatever you receive is a message. So when the DJ send it and the crowd receive it, that's a message. I get my messages from there. And of course, the girl tunes and the dance tunes, like with Spider, me and Spider, I tell Spider this year, yo, Spider, see how that best where you ain't? That was a fun song. Like when I go on stage and perform, I feel happy because it's fun. So when I want one of them songs, I go into that space where it's like I want something that from the time I hearing it, it got me feel like moving and dancing and just happy, like happy music. And then obviously you got if you wanted to do bashment or power soca, you put your mind in different spaces and different and try to get different emotions out of you. So that's how we beating it. Yeah.
That's awesome. So you get inspiration from like the crowd too.
Yeah, the crowd. So I said DJs because that was like the specific thing I remember, but not only conversations with people, like when people you listen to people, like what people complaining about, what people happy about, what people think. And I mean, not that you're using people to get the information to come up with in a song, but you got friends, you got family, you got partners, you got people that you have conversations with. You tell some yo, that makes sense. Yeah, all right, yo. I feel other people feel this particular way too, so how about me put it in a song? So like for instance, right? What I doing now, my music, you know, back in the day we had songs with Gabby and Grain and them, they had songs that were party songs, but if you listen to the message in the song, it's like Boots or That Beach Is Mine, whatever, they're still singing about like issues that people dealing with.
That's where your music stands out.
So I kind of like trying to bring that back, but when my own twist is not like just political issues, it's just like how people feeling on how the average man, how the average woman, how the average child, like how people just feel about other people or other things or themselves. So I just trying to put it from put that little spin on it, but that's why a song like Reflection could have been entered in the pick of the crop, because it had that message in it, but it was not made for that. It was a party tune, a feel good, enjoy yourself tune, and that's why coming. I got some of that again this year.
Oh jeez,
I got some of that again this year.
So you're cooking again?
Like cooking, like barbecuing, like grilling, and let me talk about cooking. I'm digging at everything, everybody did. The fried pickle, people. Coopa Dan is also a chef.
Okay.
Yes, and they have a business. It's called the Fried Pickle. We blend well-seasoned meats and good old Bajan pickle. So you got fried sea cat, and we got boiled pigtail, we got pot fish, we got wings.
Yeah, this sounds serious?
Yes, check it out, the Fried Pickle on Instagram. I had to put that plug there. People
go for that Instagram page and check out where's my cooking.
Yeah, man, I actually won the Oysters Fish Festival Celebrity Cook-Off last year. I big up the Oysters Fish Festival too. I big up everybody.
Big up oysters.
Yeah, big up oysters. Yeah, and I teach in that area too, Milton Lynch. Big up my school, Milton Lynch Primary School, boy. Big up Wesley Hall, I teach there too. But yeah, the Fry Pickle every Saturday we open, man, in James St. Philip, for real.
I gotta come through there then.
For sure. You and everybody's watching this here.
What time?
We's open at 10.
Mm-hmm.
And we's get down to 5 and thing.
Easy.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, like, see cat out there?
Hitting. Man.
Nobody don't believe it because he said it's me, but just check it out for you, check it out on IG. And, you know, we do delivery, everything, but we here for Coopa Dan. That was just a little side plug.
That's awesome, man. Artists, that's another thing about artists too that we should talk about.
Mm-hmm.
To make money from music alone is real tough,
In Barbados.
especially in Barbados.
Yeah, because we know that to make money from music other places ain't that hard. Like, men get good corn. In Barbados it is though, so like...
Now we seasonal too, you know?
For sure, we are. And...
So it's
And
important to have these businesses?
Yeah, for sure. Most artists, you know, that way we want big up to the artists, man. Because enough years, right? I could tell you, myself, I know enough, man, enough of the women in the industry. Just be like, I know if I come in this year, my things tight, things tough. And obviously, you still got priorities. You got kids, big up my kids, yes, and Jamaica, I be everybody. Yeah. So, you know, you got priorities, you got other things. So sometimes music might have to shift down the ladder because, like, you can put music both for your children and, you know, certain little things that you might got. Like, so sometimes it be hard, and that's why, you know, we hustle here and there, and we do thing to put on this for you that watching this winner. We do this thing for winner because without winner, we ain't nothing. So that thanks for the support. Keep supporting us and bigging we up because we be out here grinding hard, and that's why I got give big props to all the artists that's come year after year after year and make this crop over thing sweet. When 10, 15 years from now, and there's say 15 years from now, I want to be like within the legends of soca for that time frame. So like when I look back, I got years of catalog, like 20 something years of catalog. Because you know every year a song don't always fit in the catalog. Sometimes songs just fall off. But I want that when I reach a certain stage, I have an hour worth of solid performance. Like how Edwin could do it, like how Lil Rick could do it, like how Red Plastic Bike could do it. There's so many people that could do like
a whole show for themselves.
Yeah, like I want to get to the Coopa Dan in concert kind of stage.
So on that note, man, Coopa, you shared a lot today, man.
I thank you for the opportunity, bro, because sometimes people don't get to hear our story. People don't get to know the artists behind the music, and I thank you for the opportunity as well.
Fantastic. Coopa, I wish you the best this season.
Manners and respect, bro.
The best this season.
Yes, sir.
And here's the Coopa's new song, Coopa Dan.
Power. Yo, Kai, you ready? Yo. Seriously, I'm grateful for you believing in me. So grateful. So. Man, you see. Some days I didn't know where I was gonna be.